Hello everyone. Today, I have a story about a man, his horses, and how life teaches strength in quiet ways. Have you ever felt tired of life? Like everything you tried failed? By the end of this story, you'll see how patience, courage, and small actions can help anyone rise again. In a small village, surrounded by wide fields and gentle hills, lived a man named Rajan. He was 45, strong and weathered. Lines on his face told stories of years of hard work, struggle, and silent determination. Rajan ran a horse stable, a place full of animals that were gentle, stubborn, or sometimes broken from past owners. Every morning, he rose before the sun. The air smelled of wet earth and hay, and the soft cries of the horses welcomed him. Rajan would sweep the stable, check the water troughs, and greet each horse by name. He whispered to them gently, "Good morning, Sita. Time to eat." The horses trusted him because he never shouted, never rushed them, and always understood their fears. Rajan had faced his own storms. A few years ago, he lost his small farm, his savings, and almost all hope. People in the village said, "Rajan has nothing left. Why bother?" But Rajan stayed. Each day, he cared for the horses and slowly rebuilt his inner strength. One rainy morning, a new horse arrived. A young stallion named Veer. He was wild, aggressive, and untrained. The moment he entered the stable, he kicked the fence, whinnied loudly, and snapped at the ropes. Most villagers would have given up on him. But Rajan smiled softly. "You're scared, like me," he whispered. For days, Rajan approached Veer carefully. He didn't force contact. He simply sat on a bench near the stall, brushing the fence, and offered carrots. Veer would pace, snort, and bite at the ropes, but he inched closer each day. One morning, he allowed Rajan to stroke his mane. It was a small victory, but it filled Rajan's heart with hope. The first secret of staying strong became clear. Healing takes patience. Small steps matter. Weeks passed. One afternoon, a terrible storm hit the village. Rain lashed down. Wind tore branches from trees, and the horses grew restless. Veer panicked, breaking a small fence, and ran toward the open fields. Rajan's heart pounded as he ran after him through mud, puddles, and falling branches, his voice trembling, soaked to the bone. The stallion stopped, looked at Rajan, and slowly trotted back. Rajan realized something profound. Courage is not the absence of fear. Courage is acting even when your heart trembles. That was the second secret. After the storm, the stable was damaged. Fences broken, water pooled in every corner, and the hay was soaked. Rajan could have given up. He could have left the village or found work elsewhere. Instead, he began repairing fences, drying hay, and feeding every horse. One by one, every day, he rose early, brushing Sita's mane, cleaning Veer's stall, and talking softly to the younger horses. He noticed the small signs of improvement. Veer was calmer. Sita nudged the foals gently, and the other horses followed his quiet leadership. Slowly, the stable began to flourish again. Rajan's work was not easy. Mornings were cold, afternoons hot and sticky. He would trip over mud, slip in puddles, and scrape his hands on broken wood. Sometimes, he felt tired to the bone and thought of giving up, but each time he looked at the horses, he remembered why he started. Small acts of care, repeated consistently, build strength. One day, a villager approached him. "Rajan, why do you spend so much effort on these horses? They are wild and difficult," he asked. Rajan smiled quietly. "Strength is built quietly. It grows in patience, courage, and consistent effort," he said, brushing Via's mane. Life may break us, but small acts every day help us stand again. As months passed, the stable became a sanctuary. Via learned to trust, running freely in the fields without fear. Sita became playful and gentle with younger horses. Even the foals responded to Rajan's quiet care. Villagers would stop by to watch, amazed at the transformation. One evening, as the sun turned the sky golden, Rajan walked through the fields. Veer galloped beside him, mane flying in the wind. He looked around at the stable, the horses, and the peaceful village. He thought about the nights of doubt, the storms, the small victories, and all the acts of patience, courage, and consistency. He realized the third secret. Strength grows through consistent effort, even when no one notices. Life had tested Rajan in many ways, taking his farm, his savings, and his comfort, but it also taught him how to rise again. He learned that real strength is quiet, persistent, and gentle. It is the calm care of a horse, the steady repair of a fence, the courage to face a storm, and the patience to rebuild from nothing. Months later, villagers visited the stable, amazed at the healthy, happy horses. Rajan, your stable is beautiful. The horses are strong and calm. You've built something special, they said. Rajan smiled. Life may break us, he replied, but it also teaches us how to rise again, step by step, with care, courage, and patience. As the sun dipped behind the hills, the wind whispered through the stable. The horses moved freely, and Rajan felt something he hadn't felt in years: peace in his heart. Rajan's life was quiet, yet full of wisdom. Patience heals both life and hearts, with horses or humans. Courage is acting even when fear is real. Consistency in small actions builds lasting strength. Strength is not loud. It is calm, persistent, and gentle, like a man who cares for horses day after day, even when life has broken him. So, if you ever feel broken, tired, or lost, remember Rajan and his horses. Life will test you, but with patience, courage, and small, consistent steps, you can rebuild yourself. Take a deep breath, look forward, and remember, every small act counts. Every day matters, and your heart can always recover. Stay strong, like Rajan.